Hari Om. A small analysis on the sentence and the concept of Sukham Na Saswatham. So what is this Sukham and why it is not permanent? Yet we people, we go on running after that Sukham, in search of Sukham. What is this happiness? Where do we find it? So here, as we already know that happiness is the state of mind. Happiness is the state of mind. It is not an object. So how and when one feels happy depends upon the thoughts on which he focuses. One feels very happy on acquiring the materialistic things. One feels happy on enjoying the comforts and luxuries in life. One feels happy if one has much wealth and he lives in riches. One opts for positions. One opts for name and fame. And there are some other people who feel very happy if they visit, if they go on roaming, if they go on seeing the nature, bountiful gifts of nature. So in this way, the happiness is not same for everyone, just as the likes and dislikes. So one's nectar is one's poison. In the same way, one's like may not be liked by another person. One's like may be a dislike for another person. Then why do we people think that this happiness is permanent? And why do we simply run after this happiness? So let us just take an example. So with that means we can give a number of examples. But let's what is the real happiness and what makes us run after this materialistic world? Let's analyze. So we all know that the sense organs are the organs that take in the senses, that receive the senses. They are the receptors. And the karma organs, the organs that do the work. So they perform the actions. So if we have a thought that we want to buy something, or if we want to buy a diamond ring, if we don't possess that, then we feel very unhappy. On possessing that, we feel very happy. That means at that moment, for that present moment, we feel very happy. Then again we see some other thing and our brain thinks of some other thing which we feel like possessing it. And again we feel restlessness if we don't possess that. Because all the time we feel we are woven by the words I, my, mine. So I want it. That must be mine. That is my thing only. So these three, I, my, mine, these three first play a very major role in everyone's life. So here I means not egoism. I means the I, person. If a person wants something, he must acquire it. He feels happy only when he possesses it. He wants something to be with him only. And he feels happy if he has it. But then this happiness always changes. It changes from one object to another. It changes from one person to another person. Why does it happen so? Suppose we see the objects, very beautiful ones. Then we feel very happy on seeing them. Then we see another thing which is more beautiful than that. Then we feel that we want. We don't want this. We'll discard it always. We always try to discard it in the aim of possessing that. Then we see another one. Then again we feel, no, we want that, we don't want this one. This is not that quality. So we want that. So what is that? Another object which our eyes perceive, which our eyes see, and they feel that it is the most beautiful thing on the earth. Then we feel like possessing that. So all the time what we think is, if we want anything, if we like anything, we feel that it must be near us, it must be with us only, with us only. We don't want any other person to have that. And if we feel somebody has something superior than us, we feel that we must have that, and we go in search of that. So ridiculous it is. And on one side we know that we come empty-handed, we go empty-handed, we don't take anything with us. Despite knowing that, we always want to acquire, so many things. So Henry David Thoreau, he rightly said that people live lives collecting all the materialistic objects throughout their life and taking care of them until the last breath. Then how can we enjoy the happiness? How can we enjoy the eternal bliss? How can we enjoy the inner peace? So all the time the mind will be wandering on something or the other. All the time. So if not this, that, if not that, another thing. So that's why the saying goes that Nitya Truptaha Nirasreha. So one who is always contented, one who always has the inner peace, he does not want anything to give him happiness. Because the happiness is within him only. The happiness is within his thoughts, within himself, within his heart, within his soul, within his own mind. That means the integrity of all these. The integrity, the union of all these. What we think, what we say, what we look, what we act. If all these are one and the same, so actually this doesn't cost anything. But we need to see, we need to check ourselves, we always need to travel inwards to check our thoughts if what we are saying and what we are doing is same, one and the same. If that is there, then we can enjoy the inner peace, the inner bliss. If that's not there, we can never have the peace, we can never enjoy the bliss, we can never feel the happiness. Because all the time, I'll tell one small example. Once a king said to a farmer and another merchant that he would give so many diamonds to the one who goes to the distant in an open field. That was a bet. So the merchant was already rich. He got so much, yet he wanted to have more. Crazy, isn't it? He wanted to have more. So he started running from the dawn till the dusk. He ran so much that he felt so weary. He panted for breath. He fell down and he died. The farmer, he was poor, no doubt. But he thought, what will I do? If suppose the king gives me this 1,000 acres of land, I go on running from dawn till dusk, and he gives me this 1,000 acres of diamonds that fit into the land. What will I do with all the diamonds? Will I have bath with the diamonds? So he doesn't want. He just wanted to just participate in the race. So he ran to some extent, maybe a half kilometer or 1 kilometer or 1 acre, and he got some diamonds. He enjoyed his remaining life. Whereas the rich merchant, he died, panting for breath. So this is what happens. So our life must not be a wild goose chase. There must be satisfaction, there must be contentment, there must be happiness, we must always search for the inner bliss which we have in us only. That cannot be bought with diamonds. It is something we feel. It is something which experience. And the experience what we get is not in grabbing everything, in living and let others live, in helping others, in doing our part of service what we have to do. So here there is one saying, do or die. No, it's wrong. Do before you die. So if you do it, so if we wanted to do something, if we don't do, we have to die. It's not that. No, it's not at all correct. If we want to do anything, we have to do it. We have to do it before we die. So the world, it offers flowers for the people, for the dead people. But if we want the people to offer flowers when the people are alive, garlands of flowers, then we must do before we die. So before we die, if we wanted to do anything, if we wanted to do service, if we wanted to do something for the society, because we must not expect that the society will give us something, and we can never question that also. What we did to the society, being born in the land, in this pious land, what we have done, what good we could spread. So how many people held us in their hearts? It's not our known, even the unknown people, the unacquainted people. How many people held us in their hearts? How many people have the true affection on us, the true love on us? How much service can we do? The service which may not be counted, but it has its own value. We need not measure the service, but we have to do it. No man can sit idle. Every man must do something or the other. So let us say that our life is 100%. So let us live at least 50% for ourselves and 20% for the others and 30% for the society. Because in this society only we learnt all these. This society has given us so much. It gave us lessons. It gave us experience. It gave us love. It showered its blessings. We have to return it. Only then we can go empty-handed. Otherwise we have to be so ingratitude to the society. We must not be like that. We have to show the gratitude to the society, gratitude to the people, gratitude to the God who has given us such a great opportunity to learn all these, to spread, to share with the people. Sharing is another concept. So we have so many things we always want to keep for ourselves. Why? If we want to give anything, we will. That means we do some vratas or nomus, and we feel who are our people. Then we search for our people and we give. Why? What is the difference between our own and the people who own us? So we must give to the people who are in dire need. They will bless us more. We want that blessings. That blessings are the blessings in disguise of God. They will hold us in their hearts throughout their life. So without our anticipation, we don't anticipate anything, neither we expect anything. So what we do is we do it without expecting anything, without anticipating anything. But we do for doing sake. But I feel that we are instruments in the hands of God, and we have to do what He decrees, what He orders. So it's not for others' sake we are doing anything. We are going to render service. It is for our own sake, our own happiness, our own satisfaction, our own contentment, our own bliss. So if any good work we want to do, we have to do it the very moment we think of. We must not postpone it. Because every being born on this earth, he brings a very beautiful companion. That beautiful companion is death, Yama. We don't know when he likes us. He can call us at any moment. So we don't know when the time will come. And if at that moment, even though we want to do anything, we cannot do anything. We cannot do anything. If we want to see God, how can we see? If we want to keep Him in our eyes, how can we keep Him in our eyes? Because He is calling us all the time. So before that, before our death, before our last breath, we have to do our duties. We have to perform our duties. And we have to say God that we are empty. We have emptied ourselves fully. Like the Murali in your hand. Now you come. Now we are surrendering to you. So the good work I thought of doing, I did it. Now I have nothing to do. So you take me at any moment. I am waiting for your call. His call will come. Nobody can avoid His call. We know that His call will come. And when His call comes, we must be very ready to surrender at His lotus feet, saying that we have nothing to do. We are empty like the Murali in your hands. So how you put the Murali near your lips all the time? The great bondage with the Murali. The same bondage we want with you. Oh God, come on. Now I have nothing to do. Very peacefully, very happily, we can submit ourselves at His lotus feet. So we want that. So that is the celebration of being alive. Celebration of being alive and after the last breath also. So that is the Vaibhavam of life. Vaibhavam of living the life. Vaibhavam of adoring the life by living in the most beautiful way and surrendering in the most superb way to God. So Hari Om.